All right, my friends. Welcome to another edition of What is Social Retail. This is a very special night, okay? Because our guest tonight, Leanne Barlow, is a 1 gazillion% rock star, and she rarely does Zooms. It's almost like you got to soak this moment up because you might not see it again. And it's exciting because she has a very busy lifestyle with kids. She's a big time influencer. She just jumped 2 business ranks in our business just last month. She's now in what we call an elite one, which is like over 100,000 in volume every month, which is crazy. Think about it. That's a 1.2 million point business, which is actually $1.5 million annual business, just in her part time. And she is consistently in the top 10 of the entire company with customer pods, like every single month for a year, over a year, which is absolute insanity. I think last month she topped out at 70,000 in her customer pod. And if you know our compensation plan, you know you get 36% of that. I'll let you do the math. But here's what I'll share. Leanne is a total rock star. She comes from a background of fashion. She actually used to and still makes these one-of-a-kind art pieces of dress that are just insane. In fact, she got so popular at one point that she did a tour all over, and she has literally hordes and hordes and hordes of women who follow her and love her. And it was funny, I know when my wife and I first mentioned to some of our friends at church that we were working with Leanne Barlow, it was like,
wow, cool.
Whoa, yeah. You're working with Leanne Barlow? And I was like, yeah, we're working with Leanne freaking Barlow, and she is here tonight. And I just want to share how grateful I am for her. First of all, even trying our liquid collagen, and then how grateful we are to be in business with her. And I'm so excited to hear your story, and just want to welcome all of you tonight. Leanne, super stoked to hear you. I'm going to let you unmute and just take it away, my good friend.
All right. Well, that was quite the introduction. Thank you, David. Thank you, Angela. Well, I've worked with them over the past, it's been a little over a year now, and it's been wonderful. They are so awesome, and you guys are so lucky to be on this team with them. I have, I have a couple other friends that are bloggers or influencers that maybe use Modere or talk about Modere, but they come to me and they say, how do you know about all the sales? How do you know everything that's going on? And it's because of Dave and Ange, and it's because they help me and they train me and they teach me. And I'm just really, really grateful to be with them. And this is a good place to be. So a little bit about how I kind of got things started. So I have been doing, I've had a blog, and I have worked with many other different brands in the influencer space for the past 10 years. It started very organically back when Pinterest wasn't even a thing. I just started designing my own clothing and sewing my own clothing and posting about it online. And I started this blog just to house things that I made. And I kept it up from there. And then it kind of morphed into this business that I had no idea would even come to fruition. And it became this place where I could share things that I love. And I had this community of women that we just had this mutual respect and mutual trust for one another. And it's just been a great ride to be on. So my girls, my readers are used to me sharing products and used to me partnering with different companies. And they know that if I say that I like a product, I 100% back it. I think way back when things were getting started, when working with brands was kind of a newer phenomenon, 10 or so years ago, to be approached by a company who wants to pay you to sponsor this product was like, is this real? Like, this is a job, and since then it's morphed into this thing that I'm so lucky. I don't take it for granted, and I take it very seriously. So if I promote a product, I test it out first, always. And I make sure that it's something that I would repurchase again, that if any of my girls use their hard-earned money on this product, I can vouch for it. I do not want them purchasing something that is a waste of their money. So, and that's kind of where I've been able to mold and morph and make a name for myself, is I will only promote the best of the best. So when I was approached to try out this liquid collagen, I thought, hey, yeah, that could be great, but it's a little pricey. I don't know, I need to make sure it works, that kind of a thing. After I had my fourth baby, my hair started falling out like it normally does after you have babies. And I tried so many different products, and I had this on my shelf, and I was like, yeah, I got to try that. I got to try that. And I tried serums. I tried iron pills. I tried all these other different products, hoping to help stop this hair fallout and try and regrow this hair that I lost. And finally I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this liquid collagen and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to give it 3 months. I'm not going to tell a soul that I'm going to try it, because I want to make sure that the results are from this. And I don't want somebody buying the product before I even have a chance to really utilize it, if it doesn't work. So 10 weeks into it, my hair stopped falling out, which was shocking, because with all my other 3 babies, it's like a 5-month process, but it was almost like 2 weeks into using it, it stopped falling out. And I started to see the regrowth. And this was different regrowth than just after my babies. And it's kind of coming back. It came back with a vengeance. It was thick, it was full, and it was growing fast. And I was floored. And I was very careful not to take anything else, any other new kind of product. I wanted to make sure that it was just the liquid biocell that was revolutionizing my hair and helping it come back. And that's what it was. So out of the gate, when I first started taking it, one of the most important things that Shalise, I know she comes on a lot to chat with you girls, she said to me, take a before picture of your skin and your hair. And I didn't even think about that, but actually that speaks volumes to the product, that someone who says, hey, try this, it's a great product, can tell you with confidence, take a before picture, because you're going to be shocked at what happens. And so I did. And so out the gate, I think I didn't officially share that I was taking it until it had been 12 weeks, 14 weeks. I said, look at this product I've been taking, and look at my before picture and look at my after picture. The really great thing about this product is you can talk till you're blue in the face about how well it works, but the actual physical proof of hair, of skin, this transformation that people can see, that you can show people, that speaks for itself. I was a little worried about the price point, but I thought about it as a skincare product. And, there's lots of high-end beauty products that people purchase to work wonders on their skin. And this liquid biocell is a high-end beauty product for not just your skin, for your hair. And I just think that after using this product and trying it and truly believing it and showing what it has done for me, it is so easy to sit there and talk about how much you love it, because I truly love it. And from there, women have purchased it and taken it regularly, and they have sent me their before and after pictures. And that each before and after picture that women send me gives me an extra little boost of confidence that, this product has truly transformed lives. It's helped with hair growth. It's helped with joints. It's helped with skin. And it's just great. It's something that I feel like I am proud to be a part of and proud to shout from the rooftops. The aspect of social retail that played a role into this, that was another major turning point, is with my job, I am very familiar with working with affiliate programs. So if I promote a product or I link to a product, there are various different affiliate programs where if someone uses that link, I can make a percentage of commission. and many, many influencers, it's a very normal, natural thing. And that aspect of working with Modere was very appealing to me. I didn't want to feel like I had to go a route of building a team and committing to, you know, I just felt like my time was short, and I didn't want to have to completely transition and do something, go in a completely different direction. But what I could utilize is social retail, and I can get that link, which is what I was doing already. It's just its own kind of affiliate program. And I had no idea when I first signed up for it how incredible they treat all of their marketers. I'm used to 7-10% commission. 36% commission blew my mind. And the fact that that's a residual commission, and the fact that this is a product that people want to be taking, they take it with their vitamins, they want to take it month after month after month, because I want to take it month after month. I don't want to stop because I continue to see the benefits. Again, it's this little confidence boost that I'm using a product that works, and it's with a company that values me and values the work that I put into educating my girls about what an amazing product this is. So I just feel very grateful to be a part of this team and grateful to have found this product. And I think social retail, the way that it's structured, there's no other affiliate program like that values you quite like social retail does. It's a brilliant model, and it's pretty awesome. I haven't found anything that is structured better than that.
So awesome, Leanne. Your story is just so inspiring because you truly get behind the things that like, as you said, you love things, and when you're in, you're all in. I think we're all like that. When we find something we love, whether it's a brand of mayonnaise or, like, I don't know, a store you love to shop at, you're all in, right? Lately for me, it's been Lacoste, the clothing brand. I'm just on a binge, but we fall in love with these brands. You know what I'm saying? Modere is a brand, you guys, that like you fall in love with and you want to try all the other products. They come in for the collagen, HA matrix, they come in for the fat shrinker, the trim, and all of it. And then they discover, the makeup remover. What are some of your favorite products that you've tried so far? And the second question, that's first question. The second question is, what do you say to somebody who doesn't have a big following like Angela and I, or anybody else that wanted to kind of do the business side of things? Do you have to be an influencer to have a great business with this? And maybe you could share that story at Cabo when we were watching all the people walk across the stage.
Yeah, sure. So as far as other products, so the liquid biocell is number one for me. Number two, the Access. I take that with my trim, that Trebiotic. I think that helps immensely with bloat. It's such a good quality product. Actually, when we were in Cabo, I met a lady who owned a health and wellness center, and that was her favorite product. And she explained to me, I've tried everything. This is the cleanest, the best product, so many patents. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that. I went home and I noticed a difference. So the Access, I love the lip collagen, the lip plumper collagen. I love that product. The Activate, I take it once a month to kind of just recharge, reset your system. There's a handful of things, and each month I kind of pick a couple different products to try, and some of them I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this, and I just add it to my Smart Ship order. So those are the other ones other than liquid biocell that I love. And then as far as, you do not need a platform, or you don't even need a ton of followers, nothing like that. So I have had girls message me and say, hey, I love Modere, and I got my sister on it, two of my girlfriends, my aunt, and my grandma. And it's something that women or people around you will, first of all, notice your skin. They'll notice a difference, and you're going to love the product that you will naturally share, whether it's online, whether it's face to face. And so this girl right here had 5 of her close circle of people taking that product. If she was signed on to social retail, she could essentially be probably getting her product for free each month. So I just think it's something that is easy to share naturally. You don't have to feel like you have to have a big audience. It's something that you would tell your girlfriend about. You text your girlfriend, look at, oh my gosh, my hair stopped falling out. Look at this before and after, whatever. You don't have to share it with 100 people. You can share it with just the people that are around you that trust you. And you absolutely do not need to have any sort of a platform in order to get people as obsessed with this as you are.
Well, Angela is a firsthand example. If you want to share how we met Leanne through Shalise, my wife has a total of 400 followers on Instagram, and her account is private.
Private. Yeah. So I am a strong believer of the products. I've been on them for 13 years. And I don't know where I would be without them. And so I really know our products inside and out. I know the science behind them. I mean, obviously I have Dave to always help me with really knowing more about the formulation of every single product and the science behind everything. So Dave is so good at all of that. But I really feel like when you just love something, you want to share it with other people. And my thing has always been creating relationships. And I'm just a firm believer in creating relationships, even online. And people ask me all the time, like, how do you create a relationship online? We do every single day. If you are on Instagram or Facebook or whatever platform, really work on creating your relationships with people, with bloggers, and other moms that might also have a private profile. I've met so many moms that have actually, with a private profile that have become my personal customer. And I don't treat my bloggers that I'm working with any different than I would my other mom friends. I love on them. I care about them. I've become very close to them. I created a really strong friendship with Shalise, and to prove the power of this business, it just goes to show my connection with Shalise has transformed into all of these other relationships. Shalise knew Leanne. Leanne knows so-and-so and so-and-so, and it just grows. And now I love Leanne like she's my sister, And so you really do. This is a relationship type of business that just sprouts and blooms like a flower. And where you put your water, that's where it's going to grow. So I really feel like, if we can really work on our relationships, knowing the products and also knowing each person, know what they need. I recently actually met and signed up a couple other bloggers, and some of their needs were very different than hair growth and skin. And so, we had other products that really spoke to them outside of the collagen. Leanne mentioned one of them, the Axis, for, bloating and everything. So it's not always going to be the same product that speaks to the same person. And so to know what, to create a friendship and then know what each person needs, I think is definitely something that's really important.
Well, and I'll just add to that. Like I look at you, Leanne, and I hear you talk. And a year ago, I remember just looking like, who's this girl, Leanne? And watching your stories, and you were a total stranger. And then one day you popped open your fridge on a video, and I just saw the bottle.
I think that you were the only person that saw that.
Oh my gosh. Like you didn't talk about it. It just happened to be in your fridge. And I was texting.
It was on accident. I deleted it. I didn't want anyone to know I was taking it.
This is, and then like,
you got caught.
And then like now we've been in business like for a solid just over a year. And it's like, I look at you like a sister. Like I feel, it sounds crazy not to get crazy, but it's different than when you've had a corporate job and you go work with people, like you don't go home at night and you're like, oh, I wonder what so-and-so's up to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like with this business, I truly like care about you as a sister. And I feel like we have this super tight bond. And that is like, and we feel the same way with Shalise. And it's like, as we grow in this business, it's totally a relationship business. And I love the fact that it's a recurring residual. So it's just so cool. And so I just want to say, you know, I appreciate you and all that you bring to the table. I know there's a lot of people listening tonight, both here live on Facebook and on the Zoom. I thought maybe if you're okay to stick around for a few more minutes, I thought maybe we might have a couple people share some of their product experiences, just kind of briefly, real brief, and then maybe share from a couple of people who, you know, maybe like us don't have a big network like you, but that have really crushed it in this business. And then just kind of at the end, if we have any questions for you, we could stick around. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So I'd love to have Laurel pop in. She's driving, but maybe we can have her pull over for a second and just share her favorite product in the line as well. I also want to acknowledge a couple rock stars that are on here as well. Courtney with A Thoughtful Place. So excited to see you on here, Courtney. And Tay, we're so glad to see you as well. She just started her product journey with us. Angie, Emily, Rachel, we're so glad to see all of you guys. Nina, and looks like Peggy, Kasha. Kasha is got an incredible story. Nina, Rosalie, but Laurel, if you had just a couple minutes to share how you found this business and what you love most about the product, that would be awesome. So I'll ask to unmute you now. Thank you.
Yeah, so I can't pull over, so just don't mind me while I don't look at you and I talk to you.
Okay, drive safe, please.
Right? So I actually found this business through this girl that I had known since junior high. I saw her skin was looking amazing, and you know, through high school her skin was not amazing. So see that transformation, 20 years after high school, I was like, what are you using? She said liquid collagen, which I had never heard of in my entire life. Had no clue what that meant, but I needed it, whatever it was, give it to me. So she talked about me signing up for the business. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to my family and friends and be, like that girl. And she's like, just try it. Like, you can get a discount on your products and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, fine. 5 years later, here I am building a business and a team. But it just kind of snowballed, like you said, it was like, a person and then they know a person, and it just is what we do every day anyways, which is sharing what we love with the people that we love. And when you find something like this that's literally life changing, I mean, it's we have story after story after story of people whose lives it has changed, from their body on the inside to their body on the outside to their financial freedom. It's just amazing. So to have something that's a gift like that and not share it with the people that you love is insane. But anyway, so I got in the business by accident and found out that it was a real thing, that I had, no idea that it could provide this type of financial freedom for myself. And now I work this business full time. I'm home with my kids. I'm, doing the work mom life and absolutely loving it, and trying to, share it with as many people as possible, especially over the past couple years. I think it, kind of flipped everybody's world upside down and kind of let people know that you need to have something else in your pocket, maybe because you don't know what's going to happen in life. So this is just a great opportunity to be able to have that option. But as far as the products go, I mean, of course, obviously, I love the BioCell. It has changed my entire life. But besides the BioCell, I'd probably say that one of my favorite products is the new double cleanser. I know that's weird to be like, I love a face wash, but it's probably like one of my favorite things that comes to my house, and I just can't get enough of it. Oh, and the laundry detergent. Like, so random, but those are my jam.
Love it. Well, you're so modest, but in 5 years, they call this the 5-year career. And people like Shalise and Leanne, they came in and literally made life-changing, they've changed their finances like life-changing in a short amount of time because they're just rock stars. But for the average humans like myself and my wife and just everybody, in about 5 years, incredible things can happen. And it's just been insane what's happened since 2020. Most of our businesses have literally either doubled or tripled. Imagine like what kind of business can you double or triple your income in a year or two? Most people never triple their income, over 30 years. So they call this the 5-year career. And Laurel, you've just done incredibly. You stuck with it. You didn't quit. And we can't make income claims here in this public forum, but you are making an incredible income, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the most money you've ever made in your life, and you don't have to punch a clock. Is this true?
Yeah, I mean, I got my 1099 and I was floored. I've never had my tax, income be that large ever in my entire life. Working full time, working part time, working any other job that I had to go to and work my butt off for a raise and work my butt off and, on their time and on their overtime. And I get to make my own hours. I get to be home with my family. I get to do what I want when I want and help people. Like, it's just crazy.
Love it. Well, thank you for being so upbeat. You have a great personality for this business, and you've just been such a great friend and business partner as well. So thank you for sharing that with everybody. And I want to have everybody, if you have any questions for Leanne, type them in the chat. We just have time to hear from one more person before I've got one more question for Leanne. But we just have time to hear from one more person, and I hope she doesn't mind if I put her on the spot. But Allison, you came into this business, I think it's been about a month. I just wanted you to share very succinctly, what made you decide to kind of partner with us? Just from what you heard and so far what you're learning, what was it about this company or these products or the person that introduced you? What impressed you enough to say, okay, I want to partner with these guys?
Well, first of all, I've known Shalise for a while, and I just know that she is very genuine and she will not promote anything that she doesn't believe in and that she doesn't love. So I trusted when she recommended it. And I also liked that not everything, but some of the things were EWG verified so that they care about like the cleanness of the products. But I also had like the postpartum hair loss, which you can see currently. This is fun. So I just, I don't know that I ever got all my hair back after my first baby. So I was like, Shalice's hair turned into this like lion's mane. So I wanted to try and see, what it could do for me. And I started on the Life and the Immune, which is delicious. And then I started Trim since I just stopped breastfeeding Levi maybe a couple weeks ago. So I'm excited to see what that does because I have just a few pounds left in like areas that are really hard to get rid of after you have a baby. So we're going to try that. So I've just, I'm still really new and I've only made a couple sales, but I'm sharing the business already, even though I don't, I've only been doing it for like a month. So yeah, I mean, I also do beauty counters. So I've seen like what that can do. Like, I mean, that pays for my car every month. So how much more can this do for us? It's all these things that are provided to us are blessings, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And we're so glad you decided to become part of what we're doing and excited for you to see the results. Thank you so much, Allison.
Thanks.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So Leanne, let's just have a quick discourse. So let's say you're listening to this and you're like, it sounds good, but I'm not good at sales, or, I don't have the time. Leanne, you're probably one of the busiest people I've met ever. And so can you just share a little bit about what you would say to somebody that's thinking like, oh, I'm starting another business, I don't have time, or I'm not good at sales? How would you share that with someone, or how do you share that with people that are becoming part of your team?
I think it's a little bit of a mind shift, because I wouldn't approach it as I'm starting a new business. I would approach it as I'm sharing naturally something that I already do every day. And I think if you have that code, your favorite things, you've already have that code created. I have a code created in my notes for, life, trim, for whatever it is that I'm taking that day. And I go grab the link and I naturally share it when I'm taking it, or if I, see new baby hairs, or just thinking about how much I really like the product, I just share it naturally. I don't think of it as a business. I think that helps it be a little bit less overwhelming.
Absolutely. And if someone says, so the authenticity part is perfect, just weaving it into kind of your daily life and not being very salesy. And you're so good at that. I would encourage everybody to follow you. It's just at Leanne Barlow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we should spell it in the chat here, just so we know there's different spellings of Leanne. Maybe we can
I did
put
see
it
a question come in
Okay, cool. Yeah. How
into
often
the
do you
chat.
post about it? That's a good one. How often?
Okay, so the way that I do it, I try and be a little bit strategic about it, and I think that you can probably figure out ways that people that you talk to on a regular basis, the way that it works for you. For me, I feel like if I over push it too much, it will almost turn people off to the product. So I'm very selective about how often I talk about it. I try and talk about it probably twice a month on my Instagram, where I'm like either talking to the camera or I'm sharing information about it. But I think there's really kind of an art for how often you share it, and you can kind of test the waters and see, if I talk about it once a week, does that do well, or once a month? Because a lot of times what happens is if I wait like 2 weeks or 3 weeks and then I share when I'm naturally taking it, I will get questions that come in. For me, it's through the DMs, and that's where I start answering their DMs and forming those relationships that hopefully lead to them wanting to purchase it. But I think it's something where it's like kind of a constant buzz, but not too over the top, not too much.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. We're about once a week here, where we're just kind of weaving it into our daily life. Here's another question. So in terms of the business, I feel like, and I've been in this industry for 15 years. I had been at a company called Herbalife. I ran their events, and our former company, I helped start the company with, I was employee number 3 with our CEO, Ozma. So it's been a really cool journey. In fact, Angela joined this company December 31st, 2009. We were just figuring it out. It's been like, this is year like 13.
Yeah.
By the, this will be her 13th year. And it's no wonder, she's in her 40s, and look at her hair. It's like thick and her skin is gorgeous. I mean, it's insane.
I need to get a cut already.
But, I feel like our company specifically is doing something so different from MLM, that icky like stigma, go recruit. And I just wanted to point out a few things and see if this resonates with you. Modere has 10 customers to every one business partner. Most other companies, it's all business partners, because you got to recruit. And that's how you make any money. I just spoke to a lady from England this morning, and she was so bummed out. She's like, I've sold a ton of product, but I haven't made any money. And she's with this other company. And I said, why on earth? What's going on? That's unethical. And she said, well, because I have to recruit all these business partners before they pay me on the products I sold. And I just went, oh my gosh, this is everything that's wrong with that pyramid scheme stigma that's out there. And so to have people like you, Leanne, to have people like, Shalise and Monica and just everybody putting their names on our company specifically because of the products, because of the patents, because of the research, but understanding that social retail is really an affiliate plan, like you said, on one side that pays triple what any other company practically pays. And on the other side, it's just simply a business referral. If I refer a friend that decides to do the business side and actually sell products and market them, then I get a small referral commission, just like Keller Williams or eXp Realty or countless insurance companies or Primerica or any of those. So do you feel the same way that like this is a business that's just different from all those people who try to jump in your inbox and get you to buy their oils?
Yes, absolutely. And what for me and for I think a lot of the people, the way that it started is it solved a problem that I had. And I think that's where you go first. If you're struggling with joint pain, if you have, and you find their problem and solve it with this product, from there, it's like the easiest thing. It's like icing on the cake. Oh my gosh, I can join this business and share it and make a commission off of this product I already love. And I think that having somebody who's taken it, who's fixed a problem that they had, they naturally want to tell everybody about it. And I think that's the most genuine, successful way to go about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the other thing that I think is so special about this business model is the fact that every single customer has their own personal code and they can share that personal code with their customers. At first, it'll help to build towards their own product credit. And then at a certain point, it will become an income. So a lot of customers of mine have actually started to go to the business side because they've realized, oh my goodness, in 1 year I had 3 or 4 customers, and then those customers went and got some customers, and those customers went and got some customers. It's like a snowball effect, and then they've jumped on board, with the business. So I think that's really cool. Also, I've noticed that with a lot of our bloggers, it's pretty awesome that our bloggers get to share something with their followers, where their followers have the ability to also go and make an income. I don't know of many other, companies where bloggers are able to do that. And not only bloggers, but also, social other marketers, and people in the marketing industry, they're able to do that. And that's pretty cool. There's not very many businesses where you can do that and say, hey, here's your customer code. You can share this too. You can, get free product credit and you can start to make an income. So I really like that.
So we're going to ask you one last question before we let you go. But before we do that, I just want to share a couple little bullet points on Modere. So 12 years ago, we started the former collagen company. It was a 10-year overnight success. We had just a few thousand in sales every month, but we had 7 patents, 37 clinicals. This thing grew from just one country to North America. Now we are literally Europe, all over Europe. We're in Japan, we're in Australia, we're in New Zealand, we are in India, we are all over the place and growing. 8 years ago, this company started social retail and revolutionized an industry. A lot of people had lost belief in the industry. It was very icky. It was like recruit. And this company decided to do something different. Social retail was a unique concept that everybody could do, not just people that would traditionally avoid sort of quote unquote the direct sales model. They would avoid it like a plague. And now it has opened it up to everyone. That's why we are currently $500 million. We've done over 2 billion literally in sales for over 4 million customers, and $1 billion plus in paid commissions. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So we revolutionized the industry of direct sales with social retail. And now in March, we're doing it again. We're doing something that is hands down never happened before in the industry. So there's a thing I just want to share for anybody that's watching the replay. Just hit replay. Let us know you're watching in the comments. But I want to ask you this. What if you were in the right place at the right time for what's about to happen in March? The 10th through the 13th of March, we are launching what's called Social Retail Next Gen, or Social Retail 2.0, and it's going to be insane. It's literally going to be off the charts, something that hasn't been seen before. And, you know, I often talk to people all the time that say to me, Dave, I wish I would have got in with you, you know, 5 years ago when you started. In fact, I have a lot of people who got in the beginning and now they're coming back because they see we weren't just a drop in the bucket. And our collagen, we've started a revolution as the pioneers of collagen. We've literally started a revolution. And so if you want to get involved, there's really 3 steps. All right. So step 1, talk to the person that shared this with you, whoever tagged you in this, or if you're a guest tonight, talk to that person, okay, to get their shifting retail link so you can get in, all right, for less than a trip to Target. Step number 2, you're going to pick which products you like. You've heard a lot of them, but you'll hear about them on the website. The Liquid BioCell is the collagen HA matrix technology. No one can touch it. All the patents, all the research, the most awarded collagen on the planet. And in fact, Modere has the most awards for its health product for the collagen than any of these Johnny come latelys, or, you know, these companies that are jumping on the bandwagon with their powders and their fish juice and their cow hooves and their cow trachea and their pig snouts. That's not a good source of collagen, guys. You need to be non-GMO, hydrolyzed, and you've got types 1, 2, and 3, and you've got joints, you've got skin, hair, nails, eyes, gums, everything. Okay, you've heard about it tonight. So you pick the products you want. And then step 3, you plug in and get the training. We've got a whole grip of training on Facebook. We also have a training module that is unlike anything's been seen in the industry. And it's just 3 little guides with an app that literally tells you what to post on social media every single day. It sends you a text message. It's called the Shout app. And it sends you a text message that tells you exactly what to do. So if you're in the business and you haven't downloaded that app, or you haven't accessed that training yet, jump on it, ask the person that signed you up to get that email or to tag you on the Facebook group that we have, and we'll get you started. Again, there's all for less than a trip to Olive Garden, okay? It's like a 30-day money-back guarantee. So literally, like Leanne said, don't think of it as, oh, another business. You don't have to make a website. You don't have to, you know, get inventory and make an Etsy page and do eBay and learn all this new stuff. You gotta just share what you're doing. Hey, today I woke up and I had an orange. Today I woke up, I had some liquid collagen. I love it. That's it. And then you'll generate a business from there. So Leanne, this is the final question before we wrap it up. What are you most looking forward to with Modere? Are you looking forward to 2.0? Are you looking forward to the new product launch in March? Are you looking forward to growing the business or getting more customers? What gives you the most joy for 2022 to kind of look ahead after such an incredible year that you had last year?
I think I'm excited to grow the business because I have this group of women that are as obsessed with it now as I am. It's been almost a year that many of them have taken it along with me. And I think approaching them and saying, hey, do you want to get your own affiliate link? And let me help you out with that. I think that's what I'm most excited about. It's now at a time where I don't have to sell it. They already have it. They already love it. I think I'm presenting them with this opportunity to get an income and with something that they already love. So that I think I'm really excited about. And I'm excited to hear more about this 2.0. I don't know much about it, so I'm excited to learn in March.
Excellent. Well, hopefully our paths cross again very soon. Hopefully we get to see you in Salt Lake, March 10th through 13th. I know Shalice will be there. We'll be there. We're super excited. And Leanne, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And we will see you again very soon. Thanks, you guys. Get back to the
Bye.
person that shared this with you and get started. Take care. Good night, guys.
Good night.